I need to take a deep breath, count to 10, and get somebody to soothe my soul. Who better than a great supporter of the show? It's been far too long. The man who brings us Priest for Life, a warrior for the culture of life, Father Frank Pavone. Welcome back to America First.
Hey, Seb, it's so good to be with you, and thank you for your programs. You know, I don't know that I enjoy any program more for its common sense and just, you know, you teach us how to fight, too. You know, the clergy ought to take a page out of your book.
Oh, that is very, very kind. As far as I'm concerned, the last year and a half have taught us one thing, Father. It's that we need more courage in this nation, whether it's COVID, vaccines, fighting the culture of death, or just restoring the republic. We need men and women of courage, and you are definitely one of them. This is an exciting time to be alive. As director of Priests for Life, you must be seeing some reward for your hard work. Will you talk to us? Let's talk about something positive for the next few minutes. The Texas Supreme Court decision. We mustn't relax. We mustn't drop our guard. But isn't this one significant victory at last?
It is very significant, and to try to convey it simply to people, you know, Roe v. Wade, which has been in place now almost 50 years, has told the states you can't protect babies in the womb prior to viability. Now, there's no constitutional basis for that. There's no medical basis for that. And viability is not a point anyway. It's a prediction. It depends just as much on the medical technology you have as on the age of the baby. So It's always been a ridiculous and pointless and arbitrary dividing line. But anyway, that's what the court said, and that's what the courts have been enforcing. So legislators are left to say, hey, if we try to pass a law protecting these babies, like Texas just said, from the time we can detect a heartbeat, and people need to remind themselves, you know, that happens at 21 days after conception. So you can start detecting it about 4 weeks after conception, which is why, you know, it's 6 weeks into pregnancy, the way that it's measured. And the states would say, oh, if we pass that law, it's going to get struck down. Well, this time they passed that law, and it didn't get struck down. And that's a result of two different things. Number one, it has a unique enforcement mechanism. You know, the court can tell a state official you can't enforce this law. But the law this time says, no, it's not a state official who enforces it. It's private citizens.
Yeah.
And, of course, that's a whole other topic of discussion. But that's the novelty now that has so far kept the courts from trying to enjoin this law. And the second reason said that this has happened is very simply that a lot has changed since Roe v. Wade, medically, socially, legally. The status of the pregnant mother who did not plan on the pregnancy and doesn't have a support system is just not what it was in 1973 or even in 1992 when the court reaffirmed Roe. It's just not the same. The medical science has changed. A lot has changed. And so the Supreme Court now seems willing to review this whole thing. So it's not just the way they acted with Texas. It's the way they acted with Mississippi. They accepted a case now called the Dobbs case.
Right.
That's going to be heard in the new term.
Right. This is my big question for you. We're talking to Father Frank Pavone. He's the National Director for Priests for Life. Please support them. Go to priestsforlife.org, especially if you need help, if you need support in your pregnancy. Follow him, Fr Frank Pavone on Twitter. 60 seconds left with you, Father Pavone. Got to get you in studio when you're back in D.C. for a longer chat.
Yes.
Do you have faith? Of course you have faith. Let's talk about, do you have faith that this decision will be the first domino of many state decisions?
Yes, I do believe so, because other states have, in fact, passed heartbeat bills like this. I think now they're going to start adapting this novel enforcement mechanism. And I also know that the justices on the court are, in fact, ready to reverse longstanding precedent because, precedent that was wrong from the beginning is still wrong no matter how many decades go by.
It's always wrong, and taking an innocent life can never, ever be justified. And the law of Roe v. Wade is asinine. Trying to justify some penumbra in the Constitution to the right to privacy. The right to privacy doesn't mean I can kill somebody as long as I'm doing it behind closed doors. He's been fighting for years. God bless you, Father Frankavone. Support him. Endabortion.us. That's endabortion.us and priestforlife.org. I'm Sebastian Gorka, taking your calls on Millie, the disgrace that is the swamp. 833-33-GORKA, 833-334-67.